Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how I make a doll size head out of tinfoil and polymer clay. If you're new here, my name is Roxy Darling and I make videos of stuff I create. I started off with a sketch and measured things out approximately and rolled out some clay. I used Super Sculpey, which is a little bit different than regular Sculpey. I think it's a little bit softer and easier to sculpt. And I used some liquid Sculpey to adhere that to the tinfoil ball that I created. As you can see to the right of the screen, I am using references. Once I got the basic oval shape of the head, I went in with a ball style tool and put indents where the eye sockets should be. Meanwhile, I am trying to navigate through a fuzzy obstacle course, as you can see. Every video I create, my cat has to make her appearance, so let's give her a little bit of love and attention, and then we will get back to the regularly scheduled program. Yay! As you can see, I'm smoothing out the eye socket area with a rounded tapered silicone tool. This becomes one of my favorite tools throughout this process. And then this is my second favorite tool to move the clay where I need it to go. It really helps blend that additional clay into the base clay and make it pretty seamless. When I use just my fingers, there tends to be a line that still remains no matter how hard I try. So yeah, those two tools are my favorite. I did just build out the cheek area and I pressed in some eyeballs, and now I'm building up the ridge along the top part of the eye, the brow bone, and I added a bit of clay to show where I want to. Okay, yeah, I got really irritated at this point because, to be honest, this was the fourth attempt of making this face, so yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that. For anyone wondering if I'm going to add eyelids or anything to this head, I'm going to leave them rather plain, like the base of a doll. I'm using, you can't see it at the moment, but you'll see it later. I'm using Monster High and Rainbow High, mostly Shadow High dolls as my base reference. I'm going to leave the facial features rather general because I'm going to, in the future, use paint to create the eyes. My thought process behind that was to allow myself more room for different eye shapes in the future, because this head sculpt is going to become a base for a mold. So in the next video I will be showing you how I cast this into silicone, and you can actually see the silicone in the background of this shot. In this clip you can see I'm beginning to sculpt the top lip. It's looking a bit like a mustache, and that's to be expected. I am just mainly smushing the clay around to flatten it out to the base part of the clay, and then I will go in with my silicone tool to start adding the indentions of the particular lip shape I'm going for. Here you can see me beginning to add the arches to the top lip, and you will see me at one point flip the head upside down, and that is to be able to get to the other side of the face. That is a little bit difficult with my non-dominant hand. I am left-handed, so when I'm using tools in my right hand, I'm not as competent as I am with my left. Now I will begin the bottom part of the lip, and once I flip it over, it's easier for me to see if shapes are balanced once the head is upside down, because they become more generalized shapes rather than me looking at the bottom lip or the eye sockets or anything, if that makes sense. It's just flipping things over, getting to areas I wouldn't be able to otherwise get to as easily, and be able to check for balance of shapes. Once I get the top and bottom lip on in a generalized shape, I begin to add small bits of clay to the upper and lower part of the lips to blend them into the face a little bit better, to give them less of that. The only thing I can think of is, you know, when people make that duck face when making selfies, that's kind of what this was looking like to me. And now I'm going to go in, because I'm realizing the face is very rounded, and I'm going to start carving out that jawline. The Rainbow High-End Monster High faces are a little bit more cherubic, younger looking than what I'm going for. So I do want to focus in on a more highlighted jawline. And I'm going back in and adding a little bit more depth and definition to the eyebrow bones. Now that I have all the facial features that I'm going to put on this piece, the rest of the time I'm just going to go in and use this tool to smooth out any lumps or bumps and define any of the areas that I think need a little more definition, like the nose and the lips. Once I get everything to as smooth as possible with that silicone tool, I'm going to use clay softener and a soft synthetic acrylic brush to smooth out any further bumps and fingerprints. And in fact, right here, it's kind of creeping me out because I can see some of the tin foil through the clay and it's looking more human. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else is kind of creeped out by that. Oh yeah, and now it's time to bake. And this is what I have so far. I didn't add ears because some of the things I'm going to make in the future don't have ears. They're covered by hair. So I'll add ears in the future. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how I make a silicone mold. And then I'm going to be filling the mold with plaster of Paris to make multiples. And I can make a bunch of art dolls in the future. I hope you enjoyed this, got some value out of it, and if you end up making your own faces from this tutorial, please tag me. I would love to see it because I love when creativity inspires other creativity. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you. Bye-bye.